We're coming down the stretch. The 2025 U.S. Open, absolute carnage. For those of you listening to the audio version, we'll give you a quick live update of where we're at. Sam Burns is teeing off on number 14, and currently Sam Burns, Adam Scott, JJ Spawn, Liv Boys, Tyrrell Hatton, and Carlos Ortiz are all tied for the lead with somewhere in between 5 and 3 holes left to play for some of them. Absolute pandemonium at Oakmont. And this is exactly what we asked for.
Yeah, this is what I expected the first 3.5 days to be. And the golf course finally had to just get ridiculously overly wet in order to give us exactly what we wanted. Because I don't even think this course is playable right now, if I'm being honest. Like, there is standing water literally everywhere. I mean, you saw Sam Burns' reaction. JJ Spawn with another putt. Holy shit.
Okay, we're gonna have to chill out on this.
Oh, okay.
We're back here again because I'm just watching him putt right now. Did he just take the lead?
Yes, at even par.
Oh
JJ
my
Spawn.
God.
So we were cracking up earlier on the putt that JJ Spawn made a few holes ago. Did you hear Dan Hicks?
No. Is that the one on the par 5 where it was like it was a 40-footer and he honestly hit it 3 feet in front of him?
Yeah. Well, so he made birdie on that hole, but Dan Hicks goes, JJ Spawn. And he was like, fuck, Dan Hicks is into this shit. He's getting down right now.
Dude, okay, call it. We got some comments. Who do you think wins right now? Now it's tough because like now I want to say JJ Spawn. I think I'm going to go on a limb here and say Tyrrell Hatton wins this event.
I mean, if fucking Scotty Scheffler he's 3 over right now. If he can make birdie on 18.
Come on, Javi.
He's got.
God, this guy just doesn't have it.
Hovland has missed so many putts. I mean, Adam Scott has lipped out how many putts?
Don't let this fucking sewer rat Scotty Scheffler back into this. This fucking
dude, Robbie McIntyre out of nowhere is 2 over par. Honestly, it was funny because John Rahm, look at that. Carlos Ortiz just hit an iron shot and water just splashed. Oh, wow. And he just got so fucked. Oh, my God. That is such a bad break. Like, there's standing water on these greens. He lands an iron shot, like, right next to it. You can see it skip forward because there's so much water on the greens, and it skips into the rough.
Oh, yep. Wow. Absolutely boned.
And he actually
you should pause your TV for like 5 seconds.
You want to pause? You want me to pause the TV for like 5 seconds?
Pause your TV. Yep.
Slow it down for. Okay, so tell me when you get to Sam Burns standing with his caddy, and then give me like 5 seconds.
Okay, McIntyre just missed a putt to get to 1 over.
Okay, give me like
Burns with his caddy now.
Okay, I'll give it a few more. Dude, also, what is up with Sam Burns' bell-bottom pants that he has on? Either he's got... Okay, you can start it, babe.
Oh, wow. He's in a divot. He's divot fucked.
Oh, my God. I am about 10 seconds ahead. I'm sorry, boys. I just paused it, so now I'm on time with everybody else. This has just been an absolute cluster of a back nine.
Yeah,
look at the standing water in the fairways. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, how about Burnsy gaming in on 8, though, when it started to rain, and he was like, I am not hitting this shot. He's like, I am not going to hit this golf shot. They're going to call it. I'm going to go back here to my bag. I'm going to fucking take my glove off. I'm going to switch balls.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was weird because Missy and I were watching it, and she goes, can he do that? And I'm like, well, nobody's forcing him. Like, I don't know at what point the PGA Tour has been so loose with actually applying the rules to anybody that could they stand there for 5 or 10 minutes and wait for it to, oh my God, Sam Burns golf shot.
Yeah, well, we had a comment from our boy Jeff. Shout out Jeff in the chat, homie. Dude, we want to talk about a tough day for somebody in terms of bounces and lies. JJ Spawn is Exhibit A with how he started this golf tournament today. 5 bogeys in the first 6 holes and fought back and is 2 under par on the back 9 and now leading the United States Open. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well,
That's
he just
left.
hit a drive. Right as you say that, his driver goes left. I will say, though, that JJ Spawn's swing just looks so repeatable. Like, I love that low left finish. He keeps his upper body out in front. Like, he just hits such a consistent cut. I wish my move looked like that. And I could just hit those peel fades all day. But going back to if JJ Spawn wins this, his best finish this season is a T3 at the Sony Open.
Incorrect.
Oh,
T2
okay.
at the Players.
I'm sorry, not his best finish because, yes, then he finished T2 at the Players. But I was going to say, going back to that playoff at the Players where he pretty much shit the bed. It was over before it even started, relatively speaking. I wonder how much he's calling on what he felt in that moment. Because the Players, they actually call that the 5th major between that and the John Deere Classic. And fucking Adam Scott
just dumped one.
Dude,
how about him on the par 5 a couple holes ago? That second shot where his ball was absolutely buried. I mean, if I'm 46 and moving it like that, I'll be so happy with my life.
You would tear your grundle open if you this guy's producing 185 plus ball speeds at the age of 44. I don't know what it is with this guy, but I feel like he just eats so clean. He's like Greg Norman Jr. He's just cut. He's good looking. He has a phenomenal swing.
It's the Australian blood.
He anchors his putter and nobody cares. Like he gets away with
every hole.
He gets away with murder. And then you have a guy like Bob McIntyre who only a mother could love. Holy shit. But he just does not have a conventional swing. He hangs back behind it. He's got a lot of side bend and just still fucking.
Oh my God. It's stripes 17. He just right up the fucking chute. He's going to have a pitch and putt to get
right up the gut. So what else? I mean, we're kind of in the heat of battle right now, but what else do we have this week?
Oh, let's talk about Wyndham Clark. I'll let you have the floor on this one.
Being the biggest douchebag on the PGA Tour. I don't know if Rory's paying Wyndham or if they're in on this together or not, but they seem like they're in a pretty heated competition for least likable dude on tour.
A bad cop scenario.
They look at each other and there's this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go in there, be a total cocksucker. You're going to go in there, also be a cocksucker, but you're going to break shit in the locker room. And somehow I'm going to come out of this scot-free. Luckily, Rory's probably not having to hang around, but the whole media thing with Rory, everybody has totally turned on him. And then today he goes, it's more about the media. I'm upset with the media. You have no problem being the face of everything. Ooh, Tyrrell. Is it just me or does it feel like there's been so many burned edges today on the greens? Adam Scott's had multiple lip outs.
Adam Scott's lip out on that par 5 early. I think it went all the way in front of the hole and then took a left turn at the hole and then turned backwards and just rolled back away, away from the hole and back towards him. And same with Viktor Hovland when he did the half tiger fist pump and it turned into a head rub.
Oh my God, Cam Young golf shot.
Jesus,
dude, so we got to mention that Tom and Marty's parlay. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, I'd be cashing that out.
I know.
At $8,000.
Free money off a $20 bet. If you're writing that out, and I like that dude, and I like his Twitter account's hilarious, but you're a dipshit. If you're really gonna sell out, he's at 4 over now. I mean, I bet the cash out's next to nothing. One of my buddies.
I mean, he's at 4 over, but that golf shot, he's gonna have a putt to get to 2 over.
That's true. The 17th, the drivable par 4. It is kind of funny that 8 and 17 are basically the same distance, and one's a par 3 and one's a par 4.
Well, dude, did you see? That was what I wanted to talk about. Our boy Lou Stagner, golf stat pro or whatever he is on Twitter. The guy, if you're on golf Twitter, you know who he is. He talked about the fact that I think the 8th hole being a par 3 was playing higher to par. Well, obviously very much higher to par, but it was playing the average on that hole was higher than the par 4 17th, where it was a par. Basically, players are not playing it as a par 4. So something to the effect of like par isn't real.
Yeah. Par isn't relative because it's all relative to the field.
But it also like changes the way you play that hole. If
100%.
they make a par 4, how many guys are hitting iron down to that little area and then just having a wedge up, or maybe
just
going
shot
for it,
out
maybe
so
not,
hard
but
right for JJ Spawn. Dude, he's done this multiple times today where he'll hit it. He's laid up into the rough. Like, that is one thing. I understand you want to get it down there, but you can't fucking hit it onto the wrong side of the fairway. He was on one today, hits his tee shot left, lays it up, hits into the right rough. You cannot compound mistakes like that. What the ironic thing about 7 and 18 or 7 and 8 as well, or 17 and 8, holy shit. 17 and 8 is that 17 actually has more of an area for you to lay up. 8 kind of forces you. It is set up like a par 3. Like, you either hit the green or you're around the green. There's no hitting it 200 yards and leaving yourself 90 or 100 in. Oh my God, Sam Burns again. Just missed another short one, dude. He is a choker. I am going to say it now. He's not going to win the event because it looks like he's putting so much pressure on himself down the stretch. And I mean, that stretch of 10 and 11, he's 3 over in 2 holes. You just flat out cannot have that. Okay, we got Tyrrell Hatton on 16.
Yeah, he made an absolute mess of 11, him and Adam Scott. Well, and that's what's crazy is just the difference of the way the golf course plays.
Tyrrell, golf shot. Hit it to 10 feet.
Just how the difference in how the golf course plays when it's as wet as it is. Because those guys, like, after they whoa.
Your son swinging a golf club in the living room?
Yeah, after they teed off and they were the final group to go on 11, I mean, Sam Burns' drive looked like it was in the middle of the fairway and rolled back 100 yards.
Yeah. Oh, that was insane. It almost like plugged and then spun backwards. I've never seen a tee shot do that in my life. And then he ends up in a bad lie. I mean, it feels like a lot of the guys have gotten a fair share of just shitty breaks today. And that is the toughest thing. If this golf course doesn't test your will enough, then these guys are ending up in divots. They're ending up in standing water. I mean, when you see a guy like Cam Young or Sam Burns hit a wedge and water is splashing up around the ball, that probably means that you shouldn't be playing, or you should be at least getting relief from that standing water. But that's just flat out not happening. But it is pretty curious to me as well. Obviously, the course is long, but with it being this soft, why is it this hard? Like, and I know that sounds like the dumbest thing ever. The pins are in tough spots, but the course is not much longer than what they normally see. Everything is soft. You just hit the fairway, and the fairways are relatively narrow.
Well, I think that's the problem right there. I think the biggest, I mean, I'm going to John Madden myself here, but the biggest thing I've seen is if people are just hitting the ball in the fairway, they're not making a ton of bogeys. Yeah. It's not like their approach shots are overly tough or they're putting it in the right spots of the green. And then, there's been some 3 putts, obviously, as there's going to be, even with the green slowing down. But it's the immediate moment that you hit the ball in the rough and you don't hit the fairway, it's almost a guaranteed bogey at that point. You're having to do something miraculous to make par instead of just, oh, now I'm probably going to make par. I'll move on to the next hole. Like most PGA Tour players in any event, like they hit it in the rough and they're like, oh, I can still make birdie from here. Or par is like the worst score if it's up there far enough. Here, it's like, what am I even going to do about this? And half the lies that these guys are getting, I would say, dude, the amount of just uneven lies, the amount of uneven lies that these guys have too in the rough, where their feet, one foot's like 3 feet above the other or 3 feet below the other, or the ball's 6 inches above their feet, 8 inches above their feet, and they're trying to hit out a 6-inch wet rough. I can't imagine I mean, I'm surprised they're not out there looking like rigs trying to swing in this Oakmont rough.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're better than a 4 handicap that's actually a 12, but the bunkers out there are meant for the balls to collect into them, and that's why they have all those slopes around them. But who was it? It was either Scott or Burns where their ball was heading for a bunker and then it stopped like 2 feet short because the rough is fucking 6 inches long. And so then, yeah, you've got a way downhill lie. The lie is terrible, sitting super down. I mean, it's been pretty tricked up. And even Justin Thomas tweeted like an hour ago, he goes, this golf course is a little borderline right now. Borderline's the buzzword that everybody likes. But I think he said a little questionable, which I would honestly agree with when you see, and this is the carnage that, everybody wants. But when you see guys that are skipping balls off greens, they're sitting in standing water, I just don't think that's necessarily in the heart of the US Open. Now, I'm going to sound real crazy here because I said I didn't like Pinehurst last year, but if I'm thinking back on it, I would actually take that over a course like this where Pinehurst is much more of a second shot golf course. You could hit a tee shot in the middle of the fairway. That doesn't guarantee you a par, doesn't guarantee you a fucking bogey, but you could also be off the center of the fairway and you could still possibly make a birdie if you hit a phenomenal second shot. Much more of a second shot golf course where, like you said, here, you hit one in the rough. You don't even need to look at what the guy's doing the rest of the hole. He's making bogey. For the most, probably 80% of the time, he's making at least bogey. So that kind of is annoying to me where you don't hit the fairway, it's an auto bogey. Like that seems a little over the line for me. And I love watching hard golf courses, but I would much rather see a questionable pin on a fucking rock hard dry surface that's 20 feet away from a bunker where everything 5 feet left of it collects down into that bunker. That is more kind of my style of what I would like to see them have to be super precise with their irons. And I guess they kind of have to do both here. So maybe I'm being a little contradictory of myself, but the whole, like, you drive it in the rough, it's an auto bogey thing is kind of annoying to me.
Yeah. Well, and I really do think, I mean, we saw obviously the way lower scores after Thursday. I thought the winner of this was going to be like 7 or 8 under. I thought my bet of, and let's remind everybody here on the YouTube, if you're watching this on the YouTube, we'd like it if you gave us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. Let's remind everybody of our picks here. John Rahm to win. Not great for me. Viktor Hovland to top 10 is looking pretty tasty. And then the winning score over 278.5 is also looking really well. And then we will get away from that and we don't have to show any of Mitchell's picks because,
dude, it is such a bummer when none of the guys that you bet on are even anywhere near contention. It just doesn't bring the same juice that a Sunday afternoon if you had a guy in it. And I'm not trying to bullshit, but I was on the fence hard between Neiman. Even though Neiman wasn't on my betting card, I took Neiman and Keegan Bradley in the one and done. And I was like a coin flip between Neiman and Hatton. And I definitely, what are you going to do? I do think Hatton has a good chance to win. I'm not trying to get ahead of ourselves here, but Hatton has a good chance to win the Open Championship this year. I think that he's kind of priming up to win something big, in my opinion. I definitely think he could get that done.
Well, Bobby Mack now teeing off on 18. He is now tied for the lead after JJ Spawn makes bogey the 15th hole.
Huge water splash.
He's bogeyed this hole every single time this week. So hopefully, dude, like Bobby Mack winning this, it's just amazing because if it's not Burns or Adam Scott at this point, the dude that wins this just came from nowhere, middle of Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tyrrell just left it short.
No, I think, well, kind of. It's a little left of the hole.
Well, yes, it's left, but because it ran out of pace, you give that thing a little bit more pace. How is Viktor Hovland still in this? It feels like he's done nothing well today.
Well, he's not going to be after he misses this par putt.
I am rooting for you openly. I was like, get after it,
I
Hovland.
know how this goes. I know how this goes.
I know how this story ends for me. So, okay, are we calling winners right now, or did we already do that?
We kind of already did that. I said it was going to be Tyrrell Hatton.
Okay, well, it's been 20 minutes, so who do you like now?
I still think Tyrrell. I'm going to take him.
Him getting to the 17th hole will be interesting. I still think.
Come on, Viktor, give me a little hope.
Oh, fuck's sake. And he hit it 4 feet by.
Oh, thank you for ruining that.
Am I still ahead of you?
Yeah, by like 2 seconds, but it's okay.
Oh, fuck's sake. But even thinking back to Scotty Scheffler, what was it, the 11th hole, 12th hole? He hits one to like 8 feet, misses that, ends up 3-putting from like 8 feet.
I saw that, yep.
That was a birdie turned into a bogey. That, given all the putts he's missed this week, he's putted like shit. Hasn't even hit the ball well. He was visibly frustrated on the driving range. And he's still got a very outside chance to get into a playoff here.
Yeah, can you imagine if this fucking dumps all the way down to +4?
That would be. Did you just see Sam Burns' practice swing? They're going to make him play that, and he's in clear standing water.
Well, this will tell us if +4 holds or not here. If McIntyre hits this on the green, it's at worst going to be +2.
That's true.
In the clubhouse. Oh God, looks like
that's pretty damn good.
Yep. So it's probably +1 at this point. +1 or better is going to win this event.
Bobby Mack's got to feel pretty good about getting into the clubhouse at +1. Tyrrell had a tee shot. Where did that even end up? Is that on that downslope? That is so fucking hosed.
That is absolutely hosed.
Do you know what? Like, I'm disappointed in myself, but I was like today years old. I actually heard it earlier this week, but you know the U.S. Open's no longer an 18-hole playoff.
Is it not? Is it? They go back to like is it an aggregate still, or
it's a 2-hole aggregate? That's so lame. Like,
yeah,
that's like taking hitting out of football.
Nothing will ever compare to the Rocco Media at Tiger Woods. That was great today, by the way, with the weather delay when they started playing the 08 U.S. Open and all the tweets it was the dads waking up from the nap to find out Tiger Woods won the U.S. Open. I was actually napping and woke up, and when I checked my phone after my nap, the first couple tweets I saw were that. It's great.
Oh shit,
super
that's
relatable.
Funny. By the way, shout out to all the fathers on Father's Day. Anybody watching, happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you, Spencer.
Thank you.
You were on bright and early this morning.
Nice to see my son fucking just golfing it up in the living room all the time now. So
you said he was trying aim point out. Is he adhering to pace of play when he's trying aim point, or is he
pace of play get put on the clock? We're gonna have a pace of play conversation a little later. Okay. Right now, we'll just let him figure out what he's doing with the. He's holding it the right way and he's standing the right way, and he's not even 2. So we'll take that.
That's ideal.
Big dubs in the chat for him.
Dubs in the chat for Saw Dogs. Another gripe that I've had with the golf course, and it's a small thing, but I think it's a big thing. Small things matter. This first cut of rough is too tall. When you've got too tall, it's like this, and it needs to be like that. It needs to be like a button on a fur coat. You just let it glide right off, because these guys are getting pinned up against. They're getting collared up against this fucking first cut of rough, and the lies have. Oh my god, what, dude? Look at that. I actually feel bad for Sam Burns at this point. He just had a complete water ball. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of issues about this golf tournament.
Yeah, the players are. Here's a question. What if they all just protested? What if they all just said, we're not finishing this shit right now?
That's something a lot of people like to do nowadays. So wouldn't surprise me if it just started up here on the U.S. Open golf course. Oakmont.
Yeah.
Yep. He's traditional grip right now, Jeff. Traditional grip. We might get him going cross-handed, but
get him going left low. So I got to give you props. You putted well. We played in a scramble with our significant others the other day, and you putted your ass off.
I did. Now I've got
a
new putter in the bag as of today. Brand new.
I put some good juju on it for you, so you're welcome. I agree with what Greg is saying in the chat, because
the comment for the listeners is +1 is going to win, even though you're saying this is so unplayable, just like every other U.S. Open ever.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of unplayable. When you have standing water, these players have no control over if their ball rolls into standing water in the middle of the fairway, and then they can't control their approach shot. Like that is out of control, and I think that's bullshit. It is also wild. They're legit spinning back long irons. Guys are hitting 5 and 6 irons, and they're ripping, even not necessarily ripping back, but they're spinning a few feet backwards, which I don't recall ever seeing. Here's Johnny Miller highlights, the biggest fucking crustacean in golf history. Look at those pants. Those were some tight pants. No, I think that look at what was going on earlier today. Greg's other comment about even or over par winning. Sam Burns was 4 under. I doubt he shoots. We had what, 4 or 5 players under par to start the day or start. Yeah, we had Spawn, we had Adam Scott, we had Burns, and then didn't we have one other guy? It was Ortiz.
Victor Hovland was 1 over.
Oh fuck! Sam Burns is about to play his way out of this. And this is the most challenging part for these guys, is not letting your frustration get the best of you, because it is so easy. We were just talking about it last week on the pod. You can't compound mistakes, and that also sounds like a John Madden type comment. Ooh, Cam Young.
Oh my God. Tom and Marty's is losing his shit right now.
He's officially lost that bet. That is rough. That is rough. Well, Matt, I mean, if it makes him feel any better, Robbie McIntyre is about to get into the clubhouse at 1, so he's setting the pace. Oh my God, Sam Burns could make double right here and just play himself out of it. That is rough. This is just a grind. Bobby Mack has got to feel very good about getting in the clubhouse at 1.
100%. Especially considering right now, I mean, Adam Scott, and Sam Burns. Sam Burns is going to be 3 or 4 over heading into 17 at least. And Adam Scott's going to be 2 over at least heading into 17, which is a birdieable hole. Birdieable as it gets.
Oh, Tyrrell's fucking heated. Did he just give it the middle finger? I would have loved that. Oh, he's
kind of pissed. Maybe a quick one. Oh, I'd love to have a hot mic on him right now.
Well, another tough thing about this rough that a lot of people don't even take into account is when the rough is this thick, if the ball is sitting up at all, you can't even lay the face open, because there's a chance you could just go right the fuck under it. Like, it is so hard to do if the rough is that tall and that thick, because if a ball is sitting 2 or 3 inches above the surface, you can't try to flop it. You have to keep the club face somewhat square. And there would have been no real way for him to, on that downhill lie, even with a 60 degree, to hit it close with a square club face. But clearly he didn't hit it close with an open club face. So Adam Scott, long range. Is he going to buy one? Oh, whips it out and it goes 6 feet by, 7 feet by.
Oh yeah, God. He's going to have to broomstick that one in. Well, I think the other thing that's insane about the rough is just like Tyrrell, we just saw with Tyrrell Hatton, is the rough is so thick here that a ball on a downhill slope flying into it with a driver doesn't even make it into the bunker. Like Tyrrell out of the bunker there is fine. But that is so thick that literally a ball moving probably 150 plus miles an hour just sticks in it like fucking Velcro.
Yeah.
That is
No
insane.
shit. Well, and that's where the wetness of it doesn't help either, because it just makes it that much grabbier and dense. These dudes are just, this is brutal to watch.
Yeah, it's verging on the point of not as fun. The fun part is like 5 guys could win it right now, but then, which is what we wanted starting the week. But the not fun part is just like in our group chat. So it feels like everybody's losing this tournament.
Yeah.
Nobody's winning this tournament.
Well, we've got a few holes left for them to make their case. JJ Spawn, ooh, very good putt. So the playoff, there's no chance it happens tonight, considering they're going to be butting right up against darkness. I do not think that's going to happen. Sam Burns for bogey, and he left it 6 inches short. Wow. Is he 7 over par today? Holy shit, man. He's 5 over the last 5. That is brutal.
It's a lot of 6s on a scorecard. That's typical Saturday at your Muni shit there, unfortunately.
Oh, now Tyrrell's got a completely god-awful lie on 17. Hits it 5 feet in front of him. He is about to lose his mind. He's going to
go berserk.
He's going to make January 6th look like a tea party. That locker room is going to look like the Tasmanian devil went through it after that.
They've learned their lesson with Tyrrell now, because they only have him on broadcasts on like 4 times a year. They get that camera off him as quick as possible.
Yeah,
it's golf shot and then let him go.
They're like, you don't need a mic. We don't need a mic on Tyrrell. We're good. Get the video.
Adam Scott's playing himself out of it too. I mean, it's going to be JJ Spawn or Robert McIntyre is going to win this event.
Wow.
And if JJ Spawn wins this event, man, after what he battled the front 9 today, I like hats off to him. That's incredible.
All time, stick with it. I selfishly want a playoff though. So now we've got Hatton's got to try to chip in for par. Hatton still has an outside chance if he makes bogey here. Ooh. Okay, so he's going to make bogey. He's got a birdie 18 to get back to 1. But how many of these dudes have just played themselves out of it? It's insane. I mean, Hovland has got 17. He's got a birdie the last 2 to get to 1. Or if he could make an eagle on 17, you never know. There's only been
I think he's made an eagle on 17 this week.
He chipped in for eagle. Carlos Ortiz.
For 17 playing as easy, quote unquote easy as it's played today, Ortiz and Hatton being one of the final groups have made it a real bummer. Like they could have made some fireworks happen. And I mean, Tyrrell's actions have been the fireworks, but not his golf swings on this hole.
Yeah, I mean, we still have Spawn to play this hole. Who is Spawn paired with?
Spawn is with
Hovland.
Yeah.
Okay. So you still have Spawn and Hovland
are teeing off on 17 now.
So Adam Scott, 244. These guys are hitting iron. I don't think people understand, like, hitting an iron from 245 when it is wet, when it is cold like this, it is blasphemy that they're hitting it this far. Yeah, Bobby Mack definitely looks like Chunk from Goonies. There's no question. He looks like a TV character.
Adam Scott looks better with a beard, but so does every adult male that grows a beard. in my
that's
humble opinion.
that's what I've never understood dudes that get into their 40s and they shave their beard because they think it makes them look younger. It's like, even if you do look a little younger, you look shittier. Like, have a little facial hair. Okay, Sam Burns. Short. Holy shit. Imagine having Sam Burns to top 10 for your net worth, and he's leading for approximately, 50 holes. If he makes like double here on 17 or some shit and just cashes it in, I would find the nearest tall object to take a header off of.
Well, how about my boy John Rahm? Just shooting 67 today, no problem. And then all of a sudden, I was like looking for him on the leaderboard, and I kept scrolling down like the bad way, and I was like, "Holy shit, he really fell off today."
Oh,
and it turns out he finished T8.
Spawn just roped this tee shot. Oh, golf shot. Oh, sit. Oh, JJ Spawn.
Wow,
Best shot of his life.
Clutching that's like Colin Morikawa circa whatever PGA Championship at Harding Park. Exactly
I think it was COVID, wasn't it? Wasn't it 2020? Oh my God! What he just hit a laser beam.
Now he might win it at even.
It almost lipped out.
JJ Spawn is going to win the U.S. Open.
Hey, Absolutely. The 18th is not easy. Let's dial that back a hair.
I'm just like, I like my hot takes.
It's not a hot take at this point, but Hovland, if he can make eagle here, he's got to hit a good one.
Come on, Hobby.
Oh, he thinks it's a little right. A little short right. Oh my God, dude. These lies they're getting are just atrocious.
Oh,
what a golf shot by JJ Spawn. And you could tell him being a cutter of the ball. He just covered that one so nice. Just that little baby pull cut, that driving flight where Viktor kind of wiped his just a little bit. I will say that this finish feels a little anticlimactic, does it not?
I feel like no. I feel like it's pretty climatic. It's about as climatic as it gets. It's just the idea that it feels like somebody is going to lose it. And at this point, like, I think we've seen so many guys today between Sam Burns and Tyrrell Hatton make mistakes, and Adam Scott making mistakes, and Ortiz was up there one over par and made mistakes. I think all the mistakes that are bringing everybody back to where a good group of players is at 2, 3, 4 over is this cause of like why it doesn't feel that climatic. It's not like a bunch of guys are making birdies and going up. It's guys making bogeys and coming back.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But I'm just talking like with the weather delay, the fans, and also it is kind of odd when in your final group, you have two dudes that are not firmly out of contention, but neither of them are within 2 of the lead, and they look like they're going to be even further away from it after this hole. So I don't know if you just saw, but the grandstands on 16 just completely cleared out. And talk about a defeating feeling for Burns and Scott. Everyone's flocking over to like the 17th, 18th holes because that's where the action is right now. And Burns and Scott are really no longer in it. So if Spawn gets to even and stays at even,
I mean, well, ironically, it's not going to be actual wire to wire for JJ Spawn because
Tyrrell's fucked. He's about to have a BF. His caddy's just like walking off without him. He's like, I'll just let you have your moment.
I need 10 feet of space between me and you. I don't know where this club's going. I don't know where.
JJ Spawn's got a little cock in his walk. He's got a little shoulders back, Rory type of swagger to him right now. Now, I don't think that they could see that tee shot, like where it actually ended up from the tee. So I think he probably just heard the cheers and is kind of just surprised right now. Adam Scott grinding it out. I bet he would have paid. He's like $500,000 if this is within 5 feet. Give me 5 feet. I'll pay you $500,000 right here. Even maybe $1 million.
You know that's his second shot, right?
Spawn?
Or his third shot. Oh, are you? I thought you were talking about Adam Scott.
No. Oh no. I was talking about Spawn.
Oh yeah, that absolutely.
If he makes eagle here, it pretty much clinches it.
Yes.
Or if he makes eagle double bogey on 18, that
finishes 2-6.
Disgusting. Oh, come on, Victor, hurry up. So Spencer's got a dinner reservation in approximately 27 minutes. So we're going to try to hang on as long as we can. I may even can you leave the stream going if you leave or no?
Yeah.
And then I can end it?
I think so. Do you see a end stream in the top right corner of the?
I don't. I have leave studio but not end stream. Oh, Victor. Okay, hell of a shot from Vicky.
All right. Well, he's going to have a chance now. Well, no, technically not. I mean, Spawn's going to have to make bogey on 18 because it's a guaranteed 3 for JJ. But Victor now at least is like pretty much guaranteeing himself my top 10 bet. Because at this point, you can be worried about that until they fucking finish.
Oh my God. Tyrrell just ripped it out. Hit like a 60-yard bunker shot and ripped
Spiked
it like
his club
20 feet back. Again.
The little red man from, what is that movie?
Inside Out. Just
Inside Out. Yeah.
Taking off.
Absolutely blowing up.
So what do you think was your favorite hole to watch this week? What if one stuck out to you?
I think 12. I like the par. I like a par 5, and like even though the guys had like 260, 280 in, they were getting to it, but it also created some issues for players, especially when it started getting wet. And then I don't know, like this is kind of the standard thing to say here, but a lot of the holes at Oakmont to me have just blended together. A lot of them are very much the same. I think the par 3 8th was fine. I don't know. A lot of people hated it, but I don't think having a driver on a par 3's, it's a little insane, but at the same time, I don't think having a 300-yard par 3 is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's playing the field. So whether it's a par 4, call it a par 7, call it a par 1. At the end of the day, that's all that the USGA cares about is just what the winning score is. All right, we got JJ Spawn for eagle. Oh, that's not a kick in. That is not a gimme.
What is that putter that JJ Spawn's using? The big fucking
The lab
spaceship looking, the lab one.
Everybody,
I don't think that wasn't the same putter that he was using at the Players, was it?
I think it was. I think he's been with the lab most of the season, if not all year.
Dude, I haven't seen a single player hit one close on 18. And I know that's like, it's a tough hole. I'm not saying it's just easy to just fucking hit one up there close, but you'd think after all the golf shots we've seen on that hole, there'd be one or two that give you some hope.
Okay, Sam Burns is cooked. God, poor fucker, man.
Dude, yeah, what is this, 2 tournaments in a row now? He's had the lead on Sunday and not been able to cash it in.
That is tough.
Reggie Miller meme.
I tweeted that from our golf account, so.
I saw
all
that
right,
one.
Spawn for birdie. JJ Spawn.
JJ Spawn.
That's me in the zombies lobby as a 13-year-old playing Call of Duty. Spawn. All right, Tyrrell's third. Can you imagine playing a 510-yard par? Oh yeah, Tyrrell's getting ready to snap some shit. He's absolutely disgusted. Honestly, it ended up a little better than I think he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, that
What
thing
club
spun
do you
back
think you'd
20
have in
feet.
on? What club do you think you'd have in on a 510-yard par 4?
In these
Soaking wet.
conditions today?
Yeah.
Fucking hybrid with all I got. Probably.
Everything you got. I'd have 3-wood or driver off the deck in.
DOD into 18 to win the US Open.
Okay, Viktor got it to 2.
Dude, so many opportunities for him today, and he did not take advantage of any of them. And he's got to be, I mean, he was grinding on the range last night. Did you see the pictures? Like an hour and a half after everyone, he stayed out there until almost pitch black. And it's good. It is good to see him back in contention at majors and just a guy that you can pick every week. And
Yeah.
he has a shot to win the tournament. I think Viktor's great for that.
I agree with that completely. And I actually haven't taken him in our one and done yet this year. So hopefully he's trending in the right direction. But the problem is he goes and plays Spawn Bogey, Hovland Birdie on 18. That would be absolute electric factory. I would love that. But even when he won down in Tampa, Viktor Hovland goes, I'm not really playing very well. I don't know really how I won. So those weren't the most confidence-inspiring remarks right after you win on one of the toughest golf courses for a regular season PGA Tour event down in Innisbrook, when Hovland was like, yeah, I'm just not playing very good. I'm like, okay, well, you're fucking staying off my list, buddy. Like, in all honesty, betting golf is somewhat of a crapshoot, but when you took Hovland, I'm like, you're an idiot. I hated the Hovland pick this week. So what the fuck do I know, I guess? All right, JJ Spawn tee shot. You're still muted, Spencer. We got a JJ
shot of his life right here.
Oh, and just a butter fade right down the middle.
Oh, God. There's nothing that feels better than that when you just look up and you're like, oh, it's cutting right down the center of the fairway.
JJ Spawn, just a baby cut. We honestly might be able to just, right when you need to leave, it might be done. That would be perfect. If Spawn gets in at even par, that's W's in the chat. JJ Spawn. Let's go over his career victories, because this is a very much out of nowhere type of win, in my opinion. And I don't think that's a hot take.
No. This is the most probably out of sight major winner in a long time.
I would agree.
First cut, Vic.
He has 4 top 10s has made 13 cuts this season. He missed the cut at the Memorial, T6 at the Charles Schwab, T37 at the PGA, T2 at the Cognizant, T3 at the Sony. I mean, he has 3 top 3 finishes, but let's go to his entire career.
I mean, it's basically this year, right? Like anything that he's done substantial has been mostly all in 2025.
No, he's won a couple of smaller. I want to say he won the Sony Open a couple years back. No, I'm sorry. He has one PGA Tour win in his career at the 2022 Valero Texas Open.
Wow.
That is insane. And even like Robert McIntyre, he's only won once on the PGA Tour, but he's won plenty on the DP World Tour. So I would honestly be less surprised for Bobby Mack to get it done. But JJ Spawn, shit, man.
Bobby Mack early, or not very early. I guess it's only a couple weeks away. But Bobby Mack pick for me right now for the Scottish Open again, which he obviously plays very well at, and then the Open Championship.
I know I'm having a tough time weighing for our one and done if I'm going to take Bobby Mack at the Scottish or at the Open.
So let's get back to, even though he doesn't matter this week and he had a terrible week and didn't speak to the media, and all he did was say, I want to get out of here in less than 4.5 hours and go home. Rory McIlroy, where is after another really bad performance when it kind of could have gone two ways in a lot of people's minds after he won the Masters of, is he unlocked now and is he going to win every major, win I think I heard somebody think he was going to win the Grand Slam this year, like all 4 majors this year, which is insane. But Rory McIlroy, do you think this is just like a test of like the PGA Championship was a golf course he's won at a ton. Oakmont's not necessarily a place that like he's owned by any means, but then going to the Open Championship for a home game, like, is he still going to be he's the odds-on favorite, but is he an actual legit threat to win that event?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, whenever, like you said, it's a home game for those guys and they're those good of players, I feel like they have a decent shot at it. I'm glad Jeff in the comments said that I'm not crazy. I do indeed remember him leading the Sony Open at one point or another and ended up losing it. I forget who it was to. Carlos Ortiz, yes, of course, Greg, Scotty will be the favorite. He's the favorite every fucking week and will continue to be.
I've gone on record to say, though, Greg, I don't know if you tune in every single week, but I don't think Scotty Scheffler will ever win an Open Championship. I don't think he's got the game for it. He's got the game to win just about anything, but I don't think he's got the game to win that event against the type of golf course and the type of players that show up to that event.
That's a little bit of a cop out of a take, though, I will say, because that is like a 20-year-old take. This dude's still going to be playing on tour for 15 years. So I think if he doesn't end up winning a fucking Open Championship, I will be shocked. But I think it will be his least one major. I think he'll win more US Opens, Masters, and PGAs than he will Open Championships. But also, let's just talk about how much of a bummer it is. We only have one major left after this.
We have the Ryder Cup, though.
That's true.
I've literally been thinking about how much of a bummer it is that there's one major left, and then I always talk myself into that. There's the Ryder Cup.
Yep. All right, JJ Spawn, biggest golf shot of his life. No winner has a front nine score in the 40s, and he shot 40 on the front nine. 202 yards. It's wet. Oh, that's left. Okay. Oh, fuck's sake. He's got about 50 feet.
2-putt to win the U.S. Open.
That is like standing on your putting green as a 10-year-old at your local muni saying, I need 2 putts to win the U.S. Open here. Talk about all the pressure in the world. His caddy still rubs me the wrong way a little bit. He's a bit of a goober. That kind of looks like your hat at the beach the other day, Spencer.
I was looking electric.
You were looking like an absolute dweeberoonie. Oh shit! It's 6 o'clock. We're gonna have to shut this down.
Give me a sec.
For those of you who are gonna listen to this on a podcast at some point, probably tomorrow, the podcast version is not going to be great because we are live commentating. But when is it ever? Let's just start there. When is the production A1? When is the commentary, the mic quality?
Well, and you said that 53 minutes in. So they're already 53 minutes in thinking.
Yes, if you've made it this far, kudos to you.
You made it this far on the audio version. We are a part of the Golfer Gang Network. Make sure to follow us. Big Drive Energy Golf on all the socials. We basically have one putt, one putt will kind of determine it. He's not going to give himself a gimme, you got to imagine, with how long that putt is.
We've got one
Viktor
guy,
slow
2
playing
putts.
The fuck out of him.
One guy, 2 putts. Victor's clearly in standing water. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out.
You can hear his fucking feet squeegeeing around.
Yeah, it's like he's at a car wash.
Can we get one good golf shot into 18?
Oh, that's left.
Okay.
Dude, Victor's hit a lot of shots left. Oh, what a break for JJ Spawn. A foot behind JJ Spawn's ball. Kevin Kisner, that's like a dream right there. That's like being in a scramble. Give me the fucking line.
JJ's walking over and fucking slipping a 50 in his pocket. Goodfellas
50.
style. Hundo.
If he two putts this, he's sending him a gift. Like, I wonder if that's collusion. Oh, now it's starting to rain again. Fuck's sake.
They're like, Sam Burns, you can't fucking slow play this tee shot. You gotta hit it.
How funny would it be if they're like, you're mathematically out of this event. We're just gonna cut you off after 17. Unless you make a hole in one, which is basically impossible. They're just gonna stop. Like Sam Burns. Imagine if Sam Burns and Adam Scott have to come back tomorrow, and the winner's already been decided, and they just have to play one hole. I think they would rather fucking make 12s on the last than come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I did hear about that with Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler had to delete his Venmo because of random requests. It was people not sending him money. People were requesting money from him, as what I heard, because they weren't winning. He wasn't winning tournaments, which he wins almost half the ones he plays in at this point, it feels like. But people were betting him at plus 240, and anything outside of Texas, that's just an insane bet for a 4-day golf event.
How much fun would that be, though, if you were that rich, just to pick like 20 random? Some people send him money too. That's pretty gas. You giveth and you taketh away. If you were that rich to just go in your Venmo, and if a guy has like a Texas Longhorns logo or a high school that you went to or whatever, just shoot him a $25-$50 and tell him, shut the fuck up, never Venmo request me again. But that's just like when you acknowledge those people, that's what they're looking for. What is Spawn?
Exactly.
Okay, they're up on the green. Can you hang in there for these putts and then we'll dip out?
Yeah, I got 1 minute.
Well, hopefully they hit it in a minute. What is the hat that his caddy's wearing? It is questionable at best.
Questionable bucket hat.
See, but that is such a short brim. It's not even a bucket. Oh, dude, Viktor Hovland is going to aim point this to death. We're hosed. He's going to walk up the entire line. And look at the rain coming down, dude. Like, this is not a gimme. Oh, boy. This is time to clinch for JJ Spawn. I think you got a 15-minute buffer on the back end of that resi. I just want to let you know that just in case.
Yeah.
In case your wife comes angrily at you for what's happening right now. Like, hey, we're just running a few minutes late. Okay, Viktor, please just pull the trigger. It is tough though, as a guy like Viktor Hovland, you're solo third in a major, and nobody gives a shit what you do. Like,
right? Yeah.
Except for you, everyone's like, "Hurry up and putt this, dude. We want to see JJ putt," and he is battling for millions of dollars. Probably, I think it's his highest major finish by, not by a long shot, but it's definitely
winning the FedEx Cup dwarfs all of these, which he has done
money wise, but not career wise. Otherwise, Rory McIlroy would be the best player on the planet. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so Spawn, I'm sure, was hopping in quickly after that.
He knows exactly what it's going to do, but still got to hit the putt. And knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on a sweater already. Spawn spaghetti.
He seems like he's pretty calm now. Okay, he's handing the umbrella away. Oh man, so this would be the biggest, this would be the craziest US Open win in easily the last decade, if not this current century, the 21st century that we are currently in. Most
Yeah, we
out
go
left
back
field.
and it's Bryson, Wyndham, Matt Fitzpatrick, Rahm, Bryson, Gary Woodland, Brooks
Gary
Koepka,
Woodland was
Koepka.
probably pretty improbable, but not like crazy.
Yeah, Martin Keimer in 2014, Jordan Spieth, Justin Rose.
Okay, it's on its way. Pace looks great. Do it. He made it.
Oh my God.
JJ Spawn. Holy shit.
I think that fucked my
That
bet,
just
though.
fucked your bet.
No, it was 268.5 or
278.
278.5. So that's 279 because 280 is even par.
Oh, okay.
280
So
is
one
even
under.
par. So I hit it by one.
Oh my
JJ
God.
Spawn, the winner of the US Open. I'm going to end the stream. I got to go to dinner. Shout out to him. What a fucking way to win it. That's how you win a golf tournament.
That is stepping up and winning after everything you went through on that front nine. Holy shit.
Shout out to JJ. Tune in to Big Drive Energy this Wednesday. We'll be previewing the next event, which is actually a signature event as well. So we'll be back next Sunday afternoon.
Thanks,
live.
PGA Tour. All right. Peace.
Peace.